You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for introverts to get more confidence, more importantly, more self-worth, and of course, get more fit. Women are a side benefit. More importantly, I turn nice guys into bad motherfuckers. Let's get into the content, you fucking legend. Sponsored by Brain FM. Real binaural beats that has sleep tracks, meditation tracks, recharge tracks, relaxation tracks, focus tracks, which, by the way, those focus tracks are really fucking good. Man, do I focus when I am writing my blogs, you guys. Okay, let's get into the content. I fucking love it. If you'd sign up right now.
You guys, are you ready to hear about strawberry fields? Man, I know some of you listen to my show, and I hear some guys say, Adam, you're quite the whisperer. I'm like, yeah, I can hear that, but I don't really give a shit. Okay, what you think of me doesn't matter. What you think of me does not matter. Okay, so guys, understand something. You only really whisper when you're not in a nightclub. Do this. Look, guys, I have a tendency to bring women into like a corner where I can get away with this. So I would prefer that you get her in isolation to pull off this gambit. And those of you women listening, chill the fuck out. Gosh, and it's like I get some women listening to my show, and they're like, Adam, some of the shit that you talk about is, I don't understand it. And again, if you've heard my episode, women don't understand what emotionally attracts them. I say consistently, you guys, even though I have brought on a few girls on my show, that's not to discount any of them. I think that they are amazing women. All of them are. I'm just saying that sometimes getting advice from girls, gotta be careful with that. So, look, I'm not saying the ones I brought on my show were bad per se. They are definitely good, and I recommend that you listen to the both of them. I'm just simply saying that there are some girls that say what they're logically attracted to. Okay? What they're logically... Because I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something about this. I have pulled a girl who basically says that money is important. Guys, look, I'm going to be real with all of you. I do understand that money does grow on trees, but I'm not like some freaking money guru. So I'm just going to tell you this right now. She said that money mattered to her, and I freaking had sex with her probably over 200 times. And I'm not even exaggerating that number. Okay, some of you think I'm bragging again, but honestly, I don't give a shit. Because I know I'm speaking the fucking truth, my own reference experiences. So, I'm gonna let all of you know right now that money doesn't matter. Okay? So, let's keep fucking going. Strawberry fields. Guys, there is a gambit on the episode. 5 gambits that drive women wild, right? If you've heard that one with Mike from The Courageous Man, okay? On that episode, we talked about the cube. Now, Strawberry Fields is an extremely similar gambit to basically the cube. They're very similar, okay? I'm just going to let you all know right now that you have to, in a way, I would prefer that you really just become socially savvy to pull this off correctly, because when you can demonstrate an understanding of a woman's sexual world, you guys, this right here is how to be a player. Oh shit. I wrote an article recently called How to Be a Player That Drives Women Wild. Yep. It's called How to Be a Player That Drives Women Wild. And one of the ways to how to be a player, you guys, is you're socially savvy. So let's get going. Strawberry Fields. All right, guys. Here's how you really do this, right? You have to really have the balls to say this to a girl, okay? So I suggest that you first remember that you have to be comfortable in your sex drive. Just saying this, you have to lay it down, you guys. Lay it fucking down and say this to the chick that you're talking to. Just say this comfortably. Say it comfortably, you guys. Listen to me. I want you to be comfortable in yourself. Say it like you mean it. Say it like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Say it with certainty. And she will love it. Because you guys, I'm telling you, as I said, you'll often see that even rich guys at bars and clubs, they don't get much results in their game. It's due to the fact that they try to impress women with how much money they make. All right, gosh, I'm really going on a tangent. All right, so you seem like you have a high sex drive. That's what you say to her. You seem like you have a high sex drive. And after that, you guys, what I want you to do after you say that, I want you to just uphold your motherfucking frame. Okay, I want to say that again. Uphold your motherfucking frame. You badass. You listening right there. You over there with the masculine mindset, you're a badass. Okay, so you say to her, you seem like you have a high sex drive. And then let the tension build from here, all right? Now, you say, yeah, like when you're attracted to a guy that you're comfortable with, you want him to take the lead and fuck you all the time, don't you? And now, you guys, she's going to get turned on. Now, how do I know this? Experience. I know it from experience. Now, let's keep moving forward. Have you ever played the game called Strawberry Fields before? And she's obviously going to say no. Okay. Now, here's a great way to use pre-selection, you guys. Pre-selection, okay? Here's what you say, okay? It's a fun psychological test that my friend told me about that analyzes your personality. My friend Hannah shared this with me. Are you ready to play? She'll obviously say, yeah, let's play. Now, because obviously you guys, when you make powerful fucking statements by saying you seem like you have a high sex drive, this right here is you demonstrating a strong masculine presence when you can make such powerful statements, okay? Listen to me. When you are making cold reads, always remember that you must say it coming from a place of power. All right, let's keep moving forward. Lead the gambit, you guys, and you say this. Follow what I say and close your eyes. Imagine you are walking on a sunny autumn day. It's fall and the leaves are pretty. You come up to a strawberry field. Now imagine a fence around that field. How high is that fence? And she responds, it's like 8 feet. And this is what you say, you guys. You say, that tells me a lot about you. Now imagine you go past that fence. You see yourself in this field. How many strawberries would you pick and eat? And she says, oh, I'll take 8 strawberries. Okay? Now, you keep leading and you say, I knew you were in trouble. Now, what about the farmer? What does he have to say about you being a strawberry thief? And you're gonna get all kinds of responses, you guys. One that I recently got was like, he doesn't give a fuck. He just says, go ahead. He doesn't give a fuck. He just says, go ahead. All right, so you wrap up the gambit and you say, open up your eyes. Do you want to know what all that means about you? And she'll say, yeah, I want to know. Obviously, guys, women want to know about themselves. Guys, every single person's favorite topic is themselves. I talk about that WIFM mindset all the time. What is WIFM? Okay, that stands for what's in it for me. That's why this is such a powerful gambit to use. So, you say, open up your eyes. Do you want to know what all that means about you? And she's going to say yes, obviously. Now, you respond by saying this. How high the fence is actually a metaphor for how ambitious you are and how likely you are to achieve your goals. Some girls I've talked to say it's at 12 feet. They've set their goals way too high. But you chose 8 feet. It's not too high, nor is it too low. It's like the perfect height. You know, it's a challenge to achieve your goals. Pointing at myself, you guys. Okay, I want to say that one more time. I am pointing at myself when I say, you know, it's a challenge to achieve goals, but you can still get it. It might take some work, though. Now, she's obviously going to get turned down, you guys, because when you basically use your sub-communications, you point at yourself, she's going to obviously, like, her brain's going to subconsciously pick up on it, and she's going to see you higher on the pecking order. And that's powerful stuff right there. I'm telling you, this is really powerful, you guys. So you also say this to her. You say, the strawberries are one of the most sensual fruits in the world. It's actually a metaphor for sex. And how many tokens how high your sex drive is. And the farmer is a metaphor for what society thinks about you having such a high sex drive. But you do your own thing, which tells me you know exactly what you want. Pointing at yourself. Pointing at yourself. So, that's it, you guys. That is Strawberry Fields. Now, I want to say this one more time, you guys. Listen to me. When you pace a woman's reality, you tell her more about herself than what she can verbalize. She sees you as the highest status alpha male. And that, my friend, is Strawberry Fields. You know, I just had to tell you that Strawberry Fields gambit, right? To start out this episode. Now, here's what I want to say moving forward, all right? What I want to say moving forward is the qualifying closer's mindset. From Closer's Guide to Seduction. Man, you guys, this is such a powerful book. I don't know why, but alright, I appreciate you guys getting my new book. Like, that's awesome. I have been getting sales on that one. But my seduction one is pretty fucking powerful, to say the least, dude. Alright, so, qualifying closer's mindset. Let's do this. You are a walking irresistible offer. Better yet, you communicate your pitch, that is yourself, by demonstrating high value, by telling engaging stories about your life, communicating your values in a way that doesn't come across as an unethical ego. You get me? An unethical ego. Okay? What do I mean by that? An ethical ego is, you know, you're the shit. As I said on Mental Toughness Blueprint. An unethical ego is you misusing your fucking frame. Don't do that. Okay? That's an unethical ego. Now, communicating your values in a way that doesn't come across as an unethical ego, right? Show pre-selection, don't tell. Okay? Show pre-selection, you guys. Guys, there's a reason why I brought some women on my show. Alright, so, and have a witty sense of humor. Let's go, you guys. Let's go. You know what? You should know that my wit is pretty fucking slick, guys. Alright. Look, let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. This next one. Now, I'm glad I told you the qualifying closer's mindset, because this one here, this way to seal the deal with girls, you guys. This is how you seal the deal, okay? Just think about it like this. Imagine plus takeaway. Imagine plus takeaway. So you put a visual in her mind, right? Guys, have you heard my podcast called, I think it was, Women Don't Emotionally Understand What Attracts Them? You know, the audio quality isn't great on that one, but obviously I will obviously say that to you, but on the outro, I kind of did imagine plus takeaway on that one, and at the very end. All right, so let's go. Look at her in the eyes with that sexy eye contact. Give her a very subtle squint, right? I often call this the tension glance. And you say this to her. Honestly, I don't want you to imagine how good it's going to feel when I trace the tips of my strong fingers inside your hips. Don't picture how free and exciting it's going to feel when I kiss you all over your body. Don't imagine that when our lips connect and when it happens, it's going to feel like it's fireworks. You know what? Damn, it's pretty hot in here. Let me go get some water. Guys, do you see how freaking awesome, brilliant, and fun that is for her? You get her to imagine, right? You get her to imagine her kissing you, and then you take it away. Do you guys see how that's really fucking effective? Guys, that right there is like Jedi mind manipulation. Oh, snap. Did I just say that? Yeah, I did. You know what? Look. If you guys want to think of it that way, go for it. But here's how I see it. If you want to beat the game, I suggest that you use imagine plus takeaway. Now, let's move on to the next way to basically seal a deal with girls. Okay, I gave you strawberry fields. Now I just gave you imagine plus takeaway. Now this one, you guys, is future pace, then challenge. Okay, so you kind of look at her in the eyes with your sexy seducer's mindset. Give her a very subtle squint, as I say, right? A very subtle squint, like you're kind of figuring her out, and then you say, you just kind of get close, right? You get close to her, step into her space, right? She's gonna get turned on when you step into her space. Guys, I'm telling you, women get turned on, all right? Some of you guys out there, you make these comments like, I'm gonna get thrown in jail. No, you're not. That's over dramatic. Just you being too fucking fearful to basically just be a man and be polarizing in your masculine energy. So, I'm gonna keep fucking going. You get into her space, and then you whisper into her ear what she wants to hear. I'm going to do unspeakable things to your body when I get you alone. Imagine how good it's going to feel when I trace the tips of my strong fingers across the inside of your hips and slowly slip off the constraint of these pants. Picture how free and exciting it's going to feel. And don't worry if you start to feel nervous. I don't expect you to handle me anyways. Ooh, guys, that's some shit right there. Use that responsibly. Now, I know I totally just gave you guys some crazy fucking shit, basically. Guys, that right there is like fucking... Look, all I have to say is, again, use that responsibly. Use that responsibly, because I've used it myself, and I have gotten girls to freaking stalk me. Now, just be careful, you guys, because girls can go batshit crazy when you get good at the game of seduction. Alright, let's keep moving forward. I have a story to tell you guys to drive this podcast home. So, let's get to that story. It's time, you guys, for me to tell you the biggest fantasy of all time. So, you want to really know how to be a player that drives women wild, as I've been saying, right? Okay. In my book, Closer's Guide to Seduction, here's what I state very clearly. I state that a woman doesn't want a man to basically be fully tameable, okay? Now, at the very end, I talk about the 15 masculine rules of my life. You heard about one of them, right? About last week, where I talk about be willing to end dates or cancel plans. Same thing, okay? And I also talk about how you should not commit on my episode called The Right Way to Express Vulnerability, right? Guys, I want to be clear with all of you. In that episode, that was the most egoic podcast I think I put out. And the reason I say that, you guys, is because of the fact that I talk about self-preservation, but the thing that I communicated on that particular episode is I said that you have to be willing to communicate what you want, and that's something that I want you to never fucking forget. Communicate what you want, as I said, in the right way to express vulnerability, but more importantly, I want you to always be a consistent challenge. That right there is a huge fucking fantasy in the female mind, and that is you can never be fully tamed. Guys, there's something so powerful in the book Art of Seduction, okay? It's about the coquette, all right? One of his biggest draws is that the woman will never be able to fully satiate her thirst for him. Okay, I want to say that one more time, you guys. One of the biggest draws is that the woman will never be able to fully satiate her thirst for him. So, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story. Something that I never told you guys before. That is, I kind of inadvertently did this. I did it on accident. I didn't even know that I was doing it until I came across these freaking dark books. But you know what? I'd rather not talk about those dark books, because I think that in the wrong hands, it can really be extremely manipulative for guys to use. So there's something called tension loops. All right, tension loops. This is something that the coquette does naturally. The coquette uses tension loops. So what is that? That's basically hot, cold, push, pull, mixed signals. You basically show women interest, but then you're completely disinterested for a long time. Then you show women a little interest again, and then you just kind of like, okay, I don't want anything to do with you. I just want to go back to my usual life. Guys, as I said on my episode with the Chisler James, natural girl magnets know how to do this naturally. And I'm going to tell you something, you guys. I'm going to fucking tell you something. All right? This right here is what got my previous partner to say to me. Guys, I can't believe, guys, I did not even plan for her to say this, but here's what she said. She said, Adam, you're my addiction. I want to say that again, you guys. She said, Adam, you're my addiction. Okay, let that circle back in the thought of your mind right now. That's what she fucking said, you guys. That's what she fucking said. But what got her to say that? Tension loops. And you guys, I didn't even mean to fucking do that. I did not mean to fucking do that. Some of you guys think, oh, Adam, you did that fucking on purpose. No, I literally, here's what I did, you guys. When I felt that one little inkling of emotion towards her, I would pull back and I would just drive home, which was kind of fucked up, right? I think back on it, you guys, and I thought, Adam, wow, you were kind of like a dick. But either way, you guys, the point here is this. There's, you know what, a lot of you nice guys out there are going to hate this statement, but dicks get laid. Now, let's keep moving forward. All right? Man, that was a tangent. Never stop challenging women, you guys. Never stop challenging women. Okay? That means in conversation and in time together, you're constantly challenging her, real and playfully. And on a macro level, you're always a challenge for her. She'll never fully get, because deep down, she never actually wants to. Guys, as I said, play to women's fantasies. If you've read my article, How to Be a Player, play to women's fantasies. Okay, guys, listen to me. All right. This doesn't mean that you can't ever relax and connect with her. Of course, you can connect with her. I want to make that clear, okay? I just want to make that clear. You can connect with women. You can do deep rapport. I talk about deep rapport in 77 ways to develop a masculine mindset, all right? Deep rapport is a counterintuitive approach to basically getting extremely good at the game of seduction. All right, so I want to be clear with you. Just embody being the challenge, okay? Embody being the challenge, all right? Now, the last point to this entire podcast, you guys. The last entire point to this entire podcast. That is demonstrating a strong masculine presence. As I said from the minute I wrote on this podcast. Demonstrate a strong masculine presence. Tuck women under your wing, but always remember that the masculine presence in the relationship, which is you, brother, that's you. You must understand that when you have a masculine presence in woman's company, they naturally go into their feminine. And then you'll be able to seduce them like the alpha champ that I know you fucking are. Always demonstrate a strong masculine presence. All right? Guys, check out my podcast called 10X Your Masculinity, and always know that you are the fucking shit. As I recently said on my episode with James, okay? You are the shit. You are the masculine presence in the relationship, and I want you to never fucking forget that. Now, that's it for me in this podcast. You guys, you want to spark that tension. Again, like I said, action plus takeaway, future pace, then release or challenge, same thing. And then strawberry fields, also being the challenge. That, guys, that's 4. Holy shit. All right. And then one more, that is demonstrate a strong masculine presence. I love you guys.